Welcome back. Last class, you learned about painting wet on wet and painting wet on dry. Can you remember what those mean? Yeah, painting wet on wet means you're using wet paint on wet paper. And when you do that, um, the colors just spread out and blend together so nicely. So we use that technique to paint our sky. And when the paper is very wet like that, that also allows you to grab a tissue and blot up color to create clouds or to lift out the sun, or if you even ever make a mistake on a painting, as long as your watercolor paper is wet, you can take a little Kleenex or tissue and just blot up that mistake. So painting wet on dry means you're using wet paint but on the dry paper. And whenever you want something to be very crisp or detailed, then you want to leave that paper dry or even go blow dry it so that you can paint that mark and have it stay put. So let's see if you can spot where the artist used wet on dry in this painting. Yeah, it would be right here in the centers, like we see these blue lines right there, very crisp. Those were painted wet on dry. How about where did the artist paint wet on wet? Lots of places. Yes, definitely out here. Look how beautifully those colors kind of blend together. And some parts of these petals also painted wet on wet. How about here? Where did the artist paint wet on wet? You're right, out here, very, very fuzzy. Blends together beautifully. And wet on dry, yes, the center flowers, we can see those crisp stems, these petals, lines on them, all painted wet on dry. So the artist made sure to be patient, and they let that beautiful background dry before they went back and painted these crisp details on top of that paper. All right, so today you are going to get your sky back, and now you are going to be painting the green ground below, and then going back and painting details into the sky or into the ground, wherever you want. But watch that video so you know how, and if you're a student at home and you don't have any paints, that is just fine to be doing this project by drawing. That is totally fine, but I want you watching these videos today so that you also learn how to use watercolors when it's safe to come back and return to school. Bye.